Let me give you some tips that will make you a better PvPer with the Managarm. And with that, I hope that you will get on top of the PvP scoreboard. Let's start with the tip number 1, stamina recovery. I need you to pay attention on the indicator of the stamina of my Managarm. In both cases, you can see that my Managarm doesn't have any stamina. On the left, we will wait until our Managarm have full stamina, and on the right, we will quickly jump out of our Managarm and punch it. Did you saw the difference? On the left, we're still waiting that our stamina get full, while in our right, we are already moving with our Managarm and ready to anything. On a PvP situation, that can make the difference between getting killed or killing someone. Now, before we go to tip number 2, can I ask you to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel? That will help me so much, and I promise that I will come back with more tips and tricks that will make you a better PvPer on ARK. Now let's get to tip number 2, hovering with the Managarm. There will be some moments that you will need to look from above without diving on it with your Managarm. Let me teach you how to do it. But before that, let me tell you what are the best stats for the Managarm that I personally use. And of course, this is a modded server, but I will recommend that you have always more than 2.5k stamina. Okay, now let's go over. Let me do it very slowly. So you will press jump with your spacebar, and then you can press left arrow plus right click, and you hold your right click. If the server is a bit laggy, or if you are struggling to manage to do it, you can do another thing. You will press jump, then left arrow or right arrow, doesn't matter, and hold your right click. And as soon as you hold your right click, you press again left or right arrow, it doesn't matter. And then you can play around. You can look around until you have stamina, of course, and you just hover above and you can have a look on whatever you want. Tip number 3, countering a Managarm. For the moment, and before the nets are a thing on ARK Ascended, you will only be able to dismount a Managarm with Planzy. Here I was testing the Planzy with a friend of me, and to see what angle is more effective to dismount the Managarm. After several tests, and I don't know if it was because of the lag or something, but I find out that it's more effective if you actually hit the Managarm with your flashbang. When I was trying to flash the Managarm in front of it on the ground, I didn't get the best results. Okay, now for the meme, let's say, and to be honest, I was not expecting that it works. Just to show you that Bola doesn't work on the Managarm. Of course, if you are very lucky and you are able to Bola the rider, maybe it will work, but the chance is very tiny. I didn't test the chain Bola because it was not my intention to test that chain Bola. It was more how to counter the Managarm on a situation that you are on foot PvP. And now, before we go to the last tip, and of course, I'm sure that you already subscribed to my channel, I would like that you guys comment below and tell me what tips that you recommend about the Managarm. Now, tip number 4, let's talk about the range damage. I don't know if you guys knows, but when Managarms came out, firstly on ARK Survival Evolved, first of all, the range was much higher from the breath of the Managarm, and you could also do, as long as you had stamina, you could dash for many times, or in sideways or in front. And nowadays, there is one thing that you need to know when you are on a PvP situation or even on a PvE situation, that is the damage that you will do on a target that is away from you or on a target that is really close to you. So pay attention on the example that I'm gonna show you. For this, I'm gonna use my awesome spyglass. That is a modded thing from the server that I'm playing, that is Elite ARK. And by the way, it's one of the best unofficial clusters that you can play on. And I will use the spyglass for monitor the HP of the targets that I will be damaging with the Managarm. So look at this. See the distance of the diplo for the Managarm? If you look, I am actually hitting it, but if you look at the HP, it doesn't do any damage. Now look on the diplo, that as soon as I'm getting much and much closer, the HP flies down. So you can see that there is a relation between damage and distance. So keep that in mind in your next PvP encounter while you are riding a Managarm. Now, if you are one of those players that are tired to get raided, to wake up on the beach every time that you log on ARK, I have an offer for you. I am a very experienced player of ARK Survival Ascended, but even more on ARK Survival Evolved. The only thing that you will need to do is subscribe to my channel, of course, and press that like button. But after that you subscribe to my channel, you will be able to see my socials, and please join my community on Discord. There I will be able to help you on the building of your caves, or on breathing if you have any doubts, or what are the best farming methods that you can find out on ARK Survival Evolved or even on ASA. And I will give you much more tips just for free. So don't lose this opportunity, subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and before you leave this video, please watch this next video where you will find out why I left officials. Officials, it's not a good place, trust me. I see you guys in the next one.